back at it now. Do you feel like you're fully engaged, fully recovered from the postponement and the week off, the bye?
Yeah, I feel like we fully engaged. I mean, uh, it might be a little kinks, but I feel like it's nothing too major. But I don't think we lost a step. We look really good at practice, so we back and we excited to be back. It's just shows you can't take it for granted, man, because it could be paused or stopped just like that.
And tell me a little bit about what you're seeing from Southern Utah. What kind of a challenge are they going to present to you guys?
Southern Utah is a good team. We just gotta make sure we're reading our keys as a defense and executing the plays that's called. And I mean, they have some talented guys over there. So I mean, we just gotta worry about our game plan and execute it.
As you look at them specifically, what are you going to be focusing on? What do they do that you're going to have to be paying special attention to?
Um, for me, it'll be just like I said, making sure I'm reading my keys for play action or for RPOs, little slip screens or anything like that. Just making sure my eyes are where they need to be, and we'll be good from there.
Are they very complicated, or are they straightforward, or just where do they fall in that spectrum?
They're pretty straightforward, but I mean, when you facing a team that's pretty straightforward, you could tend to get over aggressive. That's why I said the eyes are so critical
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, you might think like, oh, they're so straightforward, they're gonna do this, then boom, they hit you with something you weren't expecting.
Hey, Tyrese, is that just kind of on Southern Utah? Is that offense from what you remember in 2018 when you played them? How different is that offense? And what is it about their new quarterback, that Miller, that maybe impresses you?
The offense I think it's pretty different. If I can remember correctly, in 2018, they were more of a spread type offense. This year, they seem to go more under center. And their quarterback, I mean, he just makes sure he makes the right decision every time. He's very careful with the ball, so he doesn't just take too many shots. Like he's going to take the shot if it's there, but he really, you could tell he really tried to make every right decision.
In general, how are you enjoying the spring season so far? Just kind of overarchingly, does this feel like maybe even more of a test with all the factors in it, but more of an individual test for each player?
Yeah, I feel like I'm enjoying the season. I mean, I love football, so anytime we get to play is a bonus. But the challenge aspect is definitely there because, like I said, you never know who you might have that week or if the season might get stopped or something like that. So, I mean, it's a challenge for all of us in different levels. One week we might have everybody, one week we might be without anybody. So it just challenges us. And then I think it's good for everybody too, because I mean, young guys get a chance to play and step up and show us what they're capable of and it gives them time to learn the program at a fast pace and everything. So I think it's a challenge, but I mean, we handle it pretty well.
Kind of speaking of the younger guys, you being one of the older ones on the team, how do you think being a freshman or transfer or newcomer right now is different than the ones that come in any say a normal year? Are they practicing different than they would in the past? Like, are they carrying themselves different? These new guys?
They actually are carrying themselves really well because, like I said, everybody know at any given moment could be your moment to play. So I mean, they're taking manners into their hands to where, okay, I need to learn the plays faster than average. I don't have time to just sit around and like, some people come in just with the red shirt mentality. Like now they have to come in like, oh, I could possibly play next week, so I need to take things serious. And as an old guy, we all holding each other accountable, helping out the young guys so that if they do have to play, they'll be ready.
Any newcomers that you now a few weeks into practices and things? And any newcomers that have impressed you so far with the way they go about their business?
Yeah, I want to shout out to the O-line. Last week or our last game, we had 4 freshmen start. That's big. Tommy, he started alongside me that last week. So, I mean, I'm just proud of him, really, because I know how nerve-wracking certain things could get, but I feel like for the most part, they handled it pretty well.
And last thing from me, just looking back, could you give us maybe a quick analysis of any big differences in how the team performed in Eastern versus the Davis game, maybe besides the obvious depth issues?
I mean, like I said, I saw sparks in our young guys. So I mean, that was their first game starting. There's gonna be wrinkles, there's gonna be jitters, there's gonna be all that. But now that that's out the way, I mean, that boosted our depth. So if anything does happen again or whatever of the sort, that we're prepared for it.
Thanks very much, Tyrese.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from Peter before we get going?
Tyrese, communication is so important to a defense. How is the secondary meshing with the other units, with the linebackers? You guys feel like you're playing as a unit better and better as the spring goes on?
Yeah, I believe that we're playing better for the simple fact they know we have their back and we just account for each other. Pretty much we always talking between us in the secondary and the linebackers. So we just try to make sure everything's accounted for. Like you said, communication is very vital. So we just need to continue to do that. And like I said, we all work together. Like they know we got them and we know they got us. So it just benefits all of us at the end of the day.
So nobody feels like they have to be the hero, that you just carry out your own responsibilities and the people around you are going to do their job.
Yes, sir. And that's exactly what we preach. Just everybody focus on their job. If everybody do their job, we'll be all right.
All right. Anything else from Peter? You good?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Colton. And thank you, Tyrese.